So hey, this is just a quick public service announcement that the MSI QD-OLED, the 32-inch 4K, the MAG 321 UPX will actually be getting firmware updates. And so this is phenomenal news for all of you that either have this display already and saved a ton of money because you spent only $899 on this brand new versus all the other QD-OLEDs that are available. Now, if you're able to get this display somehow and find it in stock, brand new, I recommend getting this one because the firmware was already good that it shipped with, at least mine. But this news was discovered on Reddit, and someone from MSI Technical Marketing posted this, that they're actually going to enable support for firmware updates on this display, and even the 27-inch model. And so there is a link, and it actually tells you if you have version 0.015 or newer, you're good. And there is a link there to click on and go to the MSI website to download the utility and the firmware update to install the latest version, which was released on June 27. And in my testing, the firmware update that I had on the display, I can't remember which one it was actually really good. The one that it shipped with was perfect to me. It actually looked great out of the box, and I was able to even calibrate it and get it even better. And so to know that MSI has listened to the customers who may have complained and said, hey, why limit the MAG 321 UPX and not give it firmware updates? To enable that after the fact says a lot, and it says a lot that they're listening to the customers and really wanting to give them the best bang for buck, because in my opinion, the MAG 321 UPX is the best bang for buck 32-inch 4K QD-OLED. Not only is it amazingly color accurate for creative design, it also just allows you to utilize a bigger canvas. It's 32 inches in 4K, and it gives you about 140 ppi of sharpness. So for content creators and for graphic designers, this display is phenomenal. It really checks all the boxes. You can't really find a more color accurate display unless you go to another QD-OLED. And in my opinion, I would rather create content on a QD-OLED display versus a WOLED display, which is found on for example, the 42-inch C2, C3, C4 OLEDs from LG, and also the newer WOLED high refresh rate displays from LG. I personally prefer QD-OLED. I think the color reproduction and the saturation and all of the things that I look for in a highly color accurate display are represented here on this monitor, with a couple of caveats. One of them is if you work in a space in a studio that's dark like I do, then QD-OLED is the way to go. If you work in a space that's kind of bright and has a lot of ambient light shining in and beaming in, it may not be the display for you because it's going to reflect and refract a lot of the light around you, and actually the blacks on it will not be as black. They'll appear more purplish or just have a tinge to it. Yeah, like I'm saying, if you can find this QD-OLED, this MAG 321 UPX, and find it for sale, or even, honestly, I would say even used, if you can find a used one or a refurbished one. There is a refurbished reseller on eBay, for example, that's an official MSI reseller, and I have seen some of these 321 UPX displays on there for even cheaper. Dude, that would be amazing. If you could find one of those for even less, that would be awesome. And then you're even getting firmware updates now. So the fact that we're going to get firmware updates on this is pretty awesome. I'm really happy about that. I'm happy for us consumers that can support brands like MSI, knowing that they're going to take care of their customers in the long run and give them what they want and what they desire in a high quality display. A lot of people, they have enough money, just enough money to buy one display that will do it all. And in my opinion, the newest QD-OLED displays are the one singular display that will do it all. They will be the best display for gaming because you're getting really accurate sRGB coverage for all your favorite games, and you're getting high refresh rate at 240 Hertz, and you're getting 4K. So if you have a suitable GPU that will push the frames required to make you take advantage of these high refresh rates, like a 4080, 4080 Super, 4090, or like a 7900, even a 7900 GRE, 7900 XT, you're going to enjoy the gaming experience on this display. And then for graphic design, video production, and photography, it's going to be really hard to find a display that has better color accuracy and better color reproduction than these QD-OLEDs, in my opinion. You can find some better, but you're going to be paying a whole lot more. LG actually has a line of professional OLED displays that they feature JOLED displays, which are no longer made actually, and those displays are astronomically more expensive than this QD-OLED, especially this 321 UPX from MSI. And so man, if you're able to get this MSI MAG 321 UPX QD-OLED now, I would highly suggest you get this if you can find it, especially now that they've announced that you can get a firmware update on it. Because before, when I first reviewed this display, there were no firmware updates available for this display. And that was a huge downer for a lot of you. And I know a lot of you were like, nope, I'm going to get the MPG 321U RX because that has the firmware updates. And the difference between those two displays, the MAG and the MPG does have better build quality as well, and just a little bit of RGB on the back. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Like if you're gonna have this display and it's gonna be sitting in front of you, you're worried about the actual screen, the display technology, which is exactly the same. And now knowing that you're getting firmware updates is awesome. Well, thanks for just getting this quick update from me about the 321 UPX QD-OLED that's going to get firmware updates. I think it's pretty awesome. Feel free to give a comment down below if you have any questions about this. I'll give links down below too to the firmware information and the Reddit article, or Reddit post I should say, and I'll see all of you on my next video.